Hi there, Henry Smith here from IamWealthyandRich.com. We'll talk about how to understand the game of money and play it well from the slowdown. Welcome to today's update. So, cryptocurrency portfolio update, something I do on a daily basis, update a cryptocurrency portfolio. It's not financial advice, not a financial advice video. Make sure you stay to the end because I always talk about something after the update. Make sure you understand that all investing can be risky, so do not invest more money in if you're investing that you can afford to lose. And like I said, this is not a financial advice video, just for information purposes, educational purposes. So what I do is I'm going to share my screen and go through my normal update. So I've been updating since February this year, 2021. And we shall see where the portfolio is, and then we'll talk about something else. So let's actually share button, share. This is the spreadsheet that I use. So we've got 4 columns here, 3 main columns, the altcoin column, Bitcoin column, the totals column. So what we are today is we've had a kind of pullback for the last 5 days in Bitcoin, and yesterday we went forward a little bit, so broke the trend a little. But as you can see, generally, there's a forward, backward, generally in the trend, which is basically it's gone through a trend. So the red is when the market moves backwards and forward on the previous day. Green is when it moves forward on the previous day. Red is when it moves backward on the previous day. Now, starting with today, is the 22nd of November, and so here we've got excuse the sirens and also the sirens outside the office. So okay, page I'm looking for. So this is where I get the figures from. Comes in from a live feed into an asset group, and then we get the final figures here. This portfolio consists of 1 whole Bitcoin, an assortment of specially selected alternative coins apart from Bitcoin. A lot of action today. Anyway, and this is the totals. Left-hand side is US dollars, right-hand side is British pounds. Same portfolio, just British pounds or pound sterling. And what we have here is the percentage split. So it shows the majority of the investment is in the altcoins. My investment is in the altcoin, but it also shows the percentage split widening in favor of the altcoins, which means altcoins are moving slightly ahead in terms of accelerating a little faster than the Bitcoin portfolio for now, because it was 25%, 75% originally. But now this is 75%. It means the altcoins are moving forward a little bit faster at the moment. So things could still change. So the figure I want is this: 222,514.37. Time 514.37. 137. Okay, so bring that down. Is this high? It's down lower. So it's $5,231 below yesterday. So that's going to go red. And the next one, the totals column is 280,747.30. 280,747.30. See if I got that right. Yeah. So let's bring this down. This is down as well. So the whole portfolio is down 6,511. Bitcoin is down. Is Bitcoin down? Bitcoin is down 1,279. So I need to color that red as well. So basically a red Monday today. Red Monday today, so that's no problem. We should see what happens tomorrow. Let's take a closer look at the charts. And when I looking at the charts, I kind of like looking. This is the total cryptocurrency market, 2.5 billion at the moment, 2.5 trillion. Sorry, 2.5 trillion, 2.559 trillion at the moment. It's been as high as 3 trillion the last, week, 2 weeks. Within the last 2 weeks, it actually hit 3 trillion. It's dropped basically 20%. But that's no problem. That's not really much of a problem. It will rebound. It's quite resilient to absorb that kind of drop. But the market's still got a lot of potential. I mean, the market's come a long way over the last 18, 19 months. It's basically 10x'd, 10 times, gone 10 times. That's why some people need to learn to look at, with a bit more, a wider picture by zooming out a bit. See where we've come from. So 10 if you're talking about the beginning of 2020, the market was in February, 296 billion. Okay, March, 288. So around beginning of the pandemic, March, April, it was around the 238, 200, it's gone up basically 10 times, 10x. And it hasn't always been, it's gone up and it's come down, it's gone up again, it's come down, it's gone up and it's come down. Obviously, it's going to continue going up. Expecting at the end of this decade, in 5 years, the market to reach 30 trillion. But, for it to reach 30 trillion, it's not going to do it in a straight line. It's going to go up and down, up and down, up and down, all the way, to 2025, wherever that is, when it reaches around the 30 trillion mark, way up. And that will look amazing. That will be like, I have to bring this down. That will make this where we are look like a blip. Just like where we are right now looks 2017 looked like a blip. 30 trillion. My goodness. Just looking, where's 30 trillion? 30 trillion will be around this kind of figure. Wow. From where we are right now, let me just make it a bit bigger. So I encourage you to look at this as a big picture, as a long term, not really worried about what happens on a day-to-day basis. Where we are now, to get to 30 trillion, that's a 1,000% rise. Oh, okay, let's do this again. Let's move this over there. Where's 2025? Okay, that's 2025. So from where we are right now, 2021, where's 30 trillion? 30 trillion, yeah, roughly. That's what's going to happen in the next, that's what most likely to happen in the next term. I mean, back in 2020, beginning of 2020, we were saying that the market's gone to 10x to 20x. So it could still, we haven't come to the end of this cycle yet. 10 to 20x at least, from 250 billion, we've already 10x'd, we're now 2.5 trillion. Okay, and in 19 months, 19 months or so. Okay, the circle's not over yet, and the biggest rises are towards the end of the cycle. So it could certainly hit double. It can certainly double, and that means it would have 20x'd. Now 10x is that'd be 2,000% if it reaches. Right now it's 1,000. It's done 1,000%. And for it to reach 30 trillion, that's another 1,000%. We've got 984, that's 1,000%. So I don't think that's not possible, because it's just done it. Even if we were to say this was the peak, which is not, it certainly has 1,000x. It's that, 1,000 times, 10 times, shall we say, not 1,000 times. It's 10x, 1,000%. So for it to reach 3 trillion, it will do another 10 times. Probably about 12 times. And that's certainly achievable over the next 4 years. So the question is, where will you be? What part of this pie will you have? You understand? Because it's going to happen with or without you. The last one happened. The last jump from 2020 was 250 billion to 2.5 trillion happened. I don't know whether that was with you or without you, but I took part of that. Did you? Unfortunately, I didn't take part of the one in 2017. I wasn't around it, but I certainly took part on that jump. So the question is, did you? And will you take part in the next one? Or will you just invest for 3 months and then pull your money out because it's not going the way you want, because you have, short-term vision? So it's not a 3-month investment, okay? You need to think long-term. Okay, think, 3 to 5 years. This is how you have to look at investing. That's my, not so, the way I look at things. But let's take a close look at Bitcoin anyway. It's still on an uptrend, even though it seems to be going sideways. It's still going according to this channel, this trend, which I drew a while ago, and it still seems to be working within this trend. So it is an upward motion, even though at the moment it's going down to go up, just like this one had to go down here to go up, but it's still within this channel. So everything's going according to plan so far. This actual indicator talks about that we're at the moment currently bearish. On a day-to-day basis, we're bearish. Green is at the bottom, red is at the top, so we are bearish, which means the market is going down at the moment based on a day-to-day analysis. But if you were to look at it zoom out a bit, you can see basically on a weekly basis, we're still generally going in an upward direction. That's why the green is on top. So when you zoom out, you're looking at the bigger picture. Generally, on a bigger picture, we're moving upwards. But if you look on what's happening on the day-to-day basis, yes, we've been down over a couple of days. That's why when I talk about, I update the portfolio and I say, oh, it's a red day, it was good. It doesn't faze me, because it's just the day-to-day thing. And it's good, it's all good, no matter what. So we're currently on a short-term downward spiral, but generally over the long term, we are still moving upwards. The momentum is still upwards. That's good. The 50-day moving average in green, the 200-day moving average lines in red. We've crossed the 50-day moving average. We're using it as support right now, as resistance right now. We're using it as support. We broke it, using it as resistance. We'll be watching it on a close basis to see whether it breaks through into the, so it becomes using it as support and moves above this 50-day moving average. Gaussian channel is very interesting. Like I said, it's not going anywhere near the Gaussian channel yet. However, I drew these lines a long time ago, and I had to break through the yellow line to escape the Gaussian channel. It did that after going into it, a while ago, after being in the channel. It broke out in October, very strong trend upwards, and then it had to really clear the tunnel. You had to get past this red line, which I drew as a very important support level or resistance level. It had to break through this level, and it did, but it had a lot of trouble. And I said, for it to really move into, in terms of starting to reach new all-time highs and to reach the top of the cycle, it would have to break through this. Once you break through this green line here, 65,000, and stays above it strongly, we're off to the races. But It tried to, and it got rejected. The wick broke the wick ahead. The wick broke, but the body wasn't able to. So it got rejected, knocked down, and now it's using the red line as support. Very strong support. Again, the wick broke through it, but the body of the candle didn't go through this red line. So it's still holding strong. We shall see what this candle started yesterday, and it's a 5-day candle. This is a 5-day candle. So we have 4 days and 8 hours for this candle to complete and print. So if this candle can stay above the red line over the next 4 days and 8 hours, and then the next one starts above this, then it shows that we're going to use this as support. If it breaks below, then we may be heading back to this channel, but we have to wait and see. Nothing is assured. So so let's hope it stays above this red line, this red support line of 58,100. If it stays above that, that's the price at the moment. 57, I think it's 57,800. That's what this red line is. And if not, it may go down to to touch this, to test this level. If it doesn't hold this as support, it may fall down to test this level, which means it may end up touching the 51,000 level. But we shall see. We just have to watch and observe. But for those of you, if you really want to know how to, there are different ways to make money. You can make money when the market's going up. You can make money when the market's going down. But the best way to make money is by holding and then dollar cost averaging. And find out more about that and getting your mindset in the right place. You want to visit our website here, not Zoom, this one, IamWealthyandRich.com. Come down here, fill in the short form, get your millionaire mindset investment strategy free now. The investment strategy is very, very, very simple yet very powerful, and it's proven the test of time. So get that, get the mindset. That's proven the test of time as well. And I look forward to seeing you inside there. And then once you're on our list, once we have new initiatives that come up, we can get you informed about that. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification button if you haven't done that. I want to thank you very much for your attention. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Remember, I'm wealthy and rich, you are wealthy and rich. That's an affirmation that you need to say to yourself. So the I'm wealthy and rich is not about me, it's about you. It's about you saying the word I am wealthy and rich to yourself. Okay? Many, many times. Eventually you will become wealthy and rich. With that, I want to wish you the wonderful, fantastic, and prosperous day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye.